going to explore how, in the freezing highlands, a simple wooden wardrobe and one man's quiet care slowly turn a lonely stilt house into a real home. If you enjoy this story, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next episodes. The Highland sky is a flat, pale white. Cold slips straight through Linda's thin jacket as she stands alone in the cassava field, breath turning into little clouds. In her hands is an old hoe with a smooth, worn handle. She digs into the hard soil, prying up thick cassava roots and dropping them into a rough pile beside her. Around her, the field runs into low fog. From the yard behind the house, chickens cluck and ducks quack, their sounds small in the open air. She wipes her forehead with the back of her hand, even though the air is freezing. Then she spreads a piece of canvas and starts lining the cassava roots on it so they can dry. The sun is weak and watery. As she works, a sentence she heard long ago drifts back. There are places so deep that no matter how loud you call, no one will hear you. Back then, she laughed it off. City people always talk dramatically about the mountains. But today, with the hills wrapped in fog and the wind pushing at her back, that sentence feels uncomfortably true. Linda straightens, resting both hands on the hoe, and looks toward the distant hills. The slopes blur into soft gray layers, the mist hanging there like a curtain over everything she doesn't talk about. Even without dialogue, it's clear what weighs on her. Money, emptiness, the long nights alone. Soft, slow piano music fades in under the scene. For a second, Linda's face softens. Behind the tired eyes, there's still a small, stubborn hope. Maybe someone will visit. Maybe someone will call. Maybe one day she won't have to carry everything alone. A gust of wind rustles the dry leaves. Linda pulls her scarf tighter, picks up a basket of feed, and walks back toward the house. In the yard, she chops green banana stalks on a worn wooden block. The knife hits with a steady, hollow sound. Chickens rush to her feet. Ducks waddle in, bumping into each other. She throws the chopped banana into a trough and watches them scramble. Even in this little burst of noise, her mind drifts to those deep places where voices can't reach. The camera focuses on her eyes as she glances toward the narrow path that curves around the side of the hill. It leads down into gullies where phone signals vanish and sound disappears into trees. Her fingers tighten around the knife for a moment. Then she forces herself to relax. A thin thread of smoke rises from the kitchen of the wooden stilt house behind her, fighting against the cold air. The boards creak when she steps onto them, as if the whole house is tired but still trying to hold on. Shadows start to stretch across the yard as the light quietly drains from the sky. Each breath she exhales shows up as a small cloud, hanging for a second before it disappears. She stops by one of the wooden pillars, resting her palm on it. For a few seconds she just stands there, looking up at the blank sky. Loneliness doesn't shout. It just sits there quietly with her, like another person she never invited but can't send away. Then a man's voice breaks the stillness. Linda. She startles and turns. Quang is hurrying up the path, jacket zipped to his chin, cheeks red from the cold. His breath comes out in quick bursts. His eyes go straight to her, as if he's counting her fingers and toes without saying it. It's freezing, he says as soon as he reaches her. Why are you out here by yourself? I've been really worried about you. Her face changes, surprise, then a quiet, awkward warmth. She isn't used to someone saying they're worried about her. Quang doesn't relax. He looks around the yard, eyes drawn to the edges where the path disappears behind bushes and rocks. His voice lowers, steady but serious. Listen, he says, don't go wandering today, okay? Especially not down the ravines or behind the hill. I've seen some strangers coming up this way lately. I don't like it. There's no dramatic sound effect, but his tone makes the air feel heavier. He steps closer. And that wardrobe, He adds, "The one that went missing yesterday. I haven't forgotten. I'll bring you a new one, a proper one. Soon." Linda blinks. "Quang, really, you don't have to. I can manage with what I have." "I want to," he answers, gently but firmly. "This house needs a real place for your things. Clothes, blankets, everything. You shouldn't have to stuff them into bags and corners like you might leave any day. You're not a guest here. This is your home." The camera moves in on her face. That one word, home, lands deeper than he realizes. She has been pushed away enough times to know what it feels like not to belong. Hearing someone say she has a home here feels almost unreal. Her eyes lower, and her voice comes out soft. "If you say so," she murmurs. "Thank you." Quang gives a small nod, like he's made a promise he intends to keep. He turns and starts down the path, saying he still needs to check the area. After a few steps, he stops again. "Linda," he calls without turning around. She looks up. "Yes?" "Promise me you won't go into any deep places today," he says. "No gullies, no following the stream, no walking too far where the trees block everything. If something happens out there, no one will hear you. Just stay near the house. Please." The warning matches exactly what she remembered in the field, but now it isn't just a phrase. It's his fear for her, spoken out loud. She doesn't argue. "I promise," she says simply. "I'll stay close." The camera widens. The old stilt house stands behind her, thin smoke curling from the kitchen, stubbornly holding its place against the cold. Quang's eyes sweep across the yard one last time, lingering on the darker corners where the shadows have gathered. Their eyes meet for a brief second. She gives him a small, shy smile. Almost nothing, but genuine. In that tiny moment, the shift begins. From lonely, forced independence to something warmer. The first fragile layer of trust, and the sense that maybe she won't have to face these deep, silent places entirely on her own anymore. A few days later, the air is still sharp, but the sky is clearer. Light spills into the yard. Linda is sweeping the wooden floor when footsteps and voices rise from the slope. "Linda, we're here." She steps onto the porch. Quang is climbing the path with two men. Between them is a huge wardrobe wrapped in a blanket and tied with rope. Linda stares. "What is that?" Quang laughs. "Your new wardrobe. Step back. It's bigger than the doorway." The men heave it up the stairs, the old wood creaking. Quang guides them through the narrow door. Inside, they pull off the blanket. A tall, dark wooden wardrobe appears, polished and solid. It looks almost too grand for the simple stilt house. Linda walks around it slowly and touches the surface. "It's so big," she whispers. "This must have cost a lot." Quang shakes his head. "Big is good. It can hold everything. No more stuffing clothes in bags or hanging them on nails." One helper jokes, "Sister, keep this safe. It might outlive all of us." They push the wardrobe against the wall across from the bed. The floorboards groan softly as it settles into place. Quang opens the doors. The hinges squeak in the quiet room. Inside are a hanging bar and clean shelves, all empty. "Come on," he says. "Let's fill in." They begin together. He unties her bundles of clothes, carefully smoothing each piece. She folds pants, stacks blankets, tucks scarves into a corner. Fabric rustles. Their voices stay soft. Holding a faded dress, Linda pauses. "I never thought I'd have something like this again," she murmurs. "Back then, when they threw me out, I couldn't even pack properly." Quang turns to her. "They threw you out," he says, "but that doesn't mean you stay empty forever. Whatever you lost, we'll rebuild. One thing at a time." She gives a shaky little laugh. You make it sound simple. It's not simple, he answers, but it's possible. He slides a drawer open and shut. The gentle thud feels like a promise. When the helpers leave, Quang walks them out, then returns to find Linda still standing at the wardrobe with the doors half open, like she's afraid closing them will make it vanish. So? He asks. Do you like it? She blushes. I don't even know what to say. No one's ever bought me something this big just for me. It feels like it belongs to people whose lives are already settled. Then let it be the first piece of your settled life, he replies. Her smile is small, but real. The loneliness around her loosens a little. The big wardrobe changes the whole room. The house feels less temporary, more like a place she's allowed to belong. Over the next week, Quang doesn't just visit, he almost moves in. He takes time off work, saying he needs to stay on the mountain. One cold morning, Linda wakes to the rhythm of splitting wood. She steps outside and sees Quang in the yard, chopping logs, breath steaming in the air. You're still here? She teases. I thought you'd run back to town. He smiles. I told you, I'm staying this week, until I know you're safe. Safe from what? Strangers? The cold? Strangers, the cold, and being alone, he says. The last two words land deep. She looks away. You don't have to worry that much about me. If I don't, he answers gently. Who will? Later, his mother visits with a basket of vegetables. Stepping inside, she spots the wardrobe at once. So this is the famous wardrobe, she says. Linda flusters. Auntie, I didn't ask him to. I know, his mother smiles. He did it because he wanted to. It suits this room, makes it feel like a real home. There is no lecture, only quiet approval. She helps dust shelves and suggests where Linda could place a small mirror someday. Her presence nudges them closer without saying anything direct. Days fall into a simple rhythm. They cook together, eat on the wooden floor, talk softly on the porch, while the valley grows dark and stars appear. Linda still has nights when she stares at the ceiling, afraid everything could be taken away again. But each morning she sees the wardrobe standing firm, clothes hanging neatly instead of crammed into bags, and something inside her calms. One evening, after rearranging the shelves, they both reach for the same handle. Their fingers touch and stay there for a breath. The house is quiet. Only the faint crackle of the kitchen fire can be heard. They don't pull away right away. Their eyes meet for a short, steady moment that says more than either of them dares to speak. We are here, together. Outside, the wind moves through the trees in a low hush. Above the roof, the sky is sprinkled with stars like patient, distant hopes. In the corner, the wardrobe stands tall, anchoring the room. Once, Linda's life could be packed into a couple of bags and thrown outside. Now she has something too heavy to carry off easily, and someone who chose to stay, though leaving would have been simpler. The episode closes on the small stilt house glowing softly in the night, the wardrobe solid in the corner, and two silhouettes standing side by side. No big confession, no dramatic music, just the quiet, growing